Hi, my name is Astha, and right now, I don't know why I'm getting this weird urge to say, I hope you had a great weekend, but that's what you say in meetings. It's a video. It's a video. Okay. So, I hope you got the point. I'm your regular corporate majdoor. I'm a regular corporate majdoor. But I was not always like that. I used to be the girl who dreams, who writes, who loves, who had thousand plans about life, who was always thinking that good things will happen to her, was always in her element, hoping for the best things to come true. But no, and and to add in this, one of my dream was to start YouTube channel. And now you might think that what's the big deal about it? But God knows I've failed so many times physically, mentally, planning and strategies in strategically implementing my decisions. I've failed so many times to do this. And YouTube is not something which can, it's not special for me because it can come with big money, perks, stability, and all those financial or fame things. It was always important to me because I always wanted to be understood. I always wanted to be seen. Even the younger version of me always wanted to be seen. And in 2025, I discovered that I have ADHD. I mean, it's undiagnosed, but I have ADHD. And this is when I realized that I'm going to stand by myself. And that's when I got to discover. Because before that, everybody was shaming me, everybody was blaming on me for being late, for not being able to do my task on time, for, for not being able to get out of my bed when I really fucking wanted to. And that was tough for me. Like, being called dramatic, oversensitive, indecisive by your own tribe. That is not a very good feeling. But yesterday, something weird happened with me. So I was scrolling my Instagram, like, of course, on a very normal day in anyone's life nowadays. So I was scrolling my Instagram and I saw all the negative things, like how I'm not safe in my own country, how nothing in this world is working in my favor, and how powerless I am. That's when I decided to put my phone down to get myself back to eat something before the fear could eat me. And while I was cooking, I talked to two of my closest friends for almost 2 hours. Then it was 1 a.m. at night. I put my phone down again, and then a weird bang in my stomach came. A weird feeling, a very strange feeling in my stomach came that I cannot define in words, to be very honest. But to get away from that feeling, ran to my journal. I ran to my journal and I thought to myself that if I write, I'll be fine. I'll just bleed on paper. I'll just say whatever is fucking annoying me because that's what I always do. But when I reached to my journal, I saw letters of me which I used to write in 2020 to 2021 when I was like 19 or 20. Because right now, how old? I'm 23 something right now. So yeah, I found those letters, and in those letters, I was writing that how hopeless I am that I cannot make my own decisions, how hopeless I am that I'm not being able to do anything before laying down a presentation of how this is not making me a bad girl. That rage in those papers stuck something inside me that I have become the version of me that she always wanted me to become. I can make my own decisions. I have so much to be proud of. I have built a home for myself out of a rented space that I can call home. Nobody is yelling at me, nobody is ruining my peace, no bright lights, no headaches, no loud noises, nothing is there. I'm safe, I'm comfortable, and that's when I realized that yeah, I have made it somehow, and I'm not powerless. I have so much good left in me now. But in these past 3 years, so many things have happened with me. Like when I first came, my first company didn't give me the paycheck of my first month of second month of salary, and then my second company terminated me abruptly. after giving me promotion, after appreciating me in front of hundreds of people just because I standed on a higher moral ground and refused to go by the politics. My third company came with so many ups and downs, role shifts, working 12 to 13 hours of shift, but at least it was comforting enough to just keep me. Not keep me in a begging or mercy sense, but keep me in a sense that value me as a person, see me for who I am, respect my decisions, and let me be. So, yeah, I get the gist. These 3 years have done so many damage to me that from being the most hopeful person I knew, that was me, to becoming someone who's scared of good things happening to her. Now you might be thinking why I'm saying that. Because it might come like shock, but I have a data to back myself up right there. Just a minute. Okay. So I have data to back myself right here. So when I was writing, after realizing that I've become the version of her she always wanted me to become, I went down to write. And when I was writing, I saw the light at the end of the tunnel. Like it's all going, like all the things, the dark room I've been in for 2 plus years, it's finally the light is coming me. I saw the light at the end of the tunnel, and you would think that will give me peace. But God, that was not the case. My body panicked. I completely shut it down. And my mind was filled with all kind of negative thoughts. What if something happens to my family? What if I have cancer or something? What if I'm going to die or something? What if someone is trying to kill me? What if these are my last days in my life on this planet? That's why I'm feeling like this. And I cannot even explain the kind of thoughts I was having yesterday. And then it turned to a full blown panic attack. So after the minutes of heavy breathing, I laid myself down. I rubbed my belly because I knew that's where the fear is stored in. My gut is in that scanning danger mode. My nervous system is always scanning for danger, like how to keep myself safe. I rubbed my belly and I told myself that it's okay. You're scared of bad things happening, right? But let me tell you something. That even if something happens, worst of the worst happens, I'll save you. I'll protect you. I'll keep you safe. I'll keep you sheltered because that's what I've always done to the part of myself, my inner child that gets scared very easily. So I told her that, you are like the bird, a bird who is choosing to trust her wings instead of trusting the branch she's sitting on. You're like that bird to me. And I made her realize that you have a data to back up because when you are having the visible symptoms of imposter syndrome, you don't kind of trust yourself. It's just difficult. So I gave myself data that you are a bird who is choosing to trust your wings instead of trusting the branch, not because it's a very poetic metaphor, okay? Because the branch has fallen more than the times you have imagined. People turning on you, shaming, bashing, like people leaving, loneliness, financial struggles, dark room, not brushing my teeth for the 10 days in the holy stage of depression. It all has happened, and I have saved you before. And God knows I'll do that again if needed. So you have nothing to be scared. After that self reassurance, I felt kind of okay. So basically, after the 3 or 4 hours long debate, heavy breathing, I finally managed to win the case in the courtroom of my mind. But it came with a verdict. Yeah, I'm winning at the catch nowadays. It came with a verdict that, let me read it to you. Came with a verdict that I will trust you, finally and fully. But you have to start without overthinking. Start without thinking of what others might think. You have to start before expecting perfectionism from yourself. You just have to start and stop living in this paradox of wanting to be seen and wanting to keep your mess a mystery. Yeah, needless to say, I'm still adjusting to the light that is coming out of my way, and I'm still scared of good things going away, even if they does happen. But that does not mean I can shut that part of myself up and just completely ignore it. Maybe that's enough of the light. We starting out what we really want. That's enough of the light for today. Just doing one little thing. Just doing tiniest of things. Be it washing the sock, washing your hands, doing the phone sanitizer trend that is going on nowadays. I personally did it. Yeah, you have to do that one tiny thing. And you have to embrace the part of yourself which is scared and not being seen all the time because that's how it works. So I guess that's enough of the light for me today. Here I am, starting and being care for myself. And one request. Let me call it a day one because I've always wanted to do day one, day two things. But my mind has a contradiction with consistency and it doesn't allow me to. And but I also have this one condition that day two will come, not the legend day two that we all dream that it has to become after day one. No, not like that. Day two will come when I'm ready. I guess I should show up now. Don't be scared, guys. It's okay. Let the good things happen. You have earned all of it.